Hello. Today we'll be doing my first mock draft. It is going to be a snake draft, PPR rules, and it's a 10-team league. I will be doing this draft without any prior reviewing of the ESPN top picks and whatnot. So I'll be going off my general knowledge and from what I'm feeling so far. So I have the 7th pick, so I'm kind of towards the end of the draft. So I've already missed out on some of the top running backs, but I'm really hoping I can get Alvin Kamara. I feel like he'll be very good once again this year. And seeing as Mark Ingram is suspended, he will definitely be a damn. He gone. Alright, on to the next player. Let's see, I got Saquon, DeAndre Hopkins, Odell, Kareem Hunt, Dalvin Cook, Keenan Allen, and so on. So I'm really trying to get a running back with my first pick. And I feel like Kareem Hunt is my guy. Especially with a rookie quarterback, they will be relying on him heavily. And I can just fast forward to my next pick if it takes too long. So now that I've got a running back, I can either go another running back or a wide receiver. Probably going to be waiting way off for a tight end because I feel like Gronk is the top one, but other than that, I'm not really too impressed with him. Alright, so with my second pick, I really wanted Melvin Gordon, but he's gone. So any good running backs? We get Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey. Not really. Didn't really like out. He wasn't very good at running. I think I'll go with Fournette. I feel like he's going to have another big year. Definitely going to be using him heavily again. So now I got two running backs, and I feel very strongly about them. Really gonna try and ride my running backs because I feel that's the way I like to draft, two running backs if I can, and then work on my wide receivers because I feel like they're a little bit deeper. But this running back class is actually pretty deep. I'm actually quite surprised in comparison to other drafts, but we'll see how it goes. I got a long wait to my next pick. Alright, so my third pick. Got two running backs already. Gonna try and go wide receiver. Larry, always reliable. T.Y. Andrew Luck's looking good so far. The two Minnesota wide receivers. Stephon Diggs seems to be a little bit more favored by Kirk Cousins. But he is a little bit more injury prone than Adam Thielen. But I think I'll go Stephon. So I got two running backs, one wide receiver. Got another pick coming up quickly. I'm liking Zach Ertz, but I don't think he's gonna slide down to me. But we'll see. Jerick McKinnon's still on the board. A lot of wide receivers right now. This is why I knew there'd be a lot left, so I wanted to try and get some good running backs. And definitely make do with some second-tier wide receivers. But then there's also some sleeper running backs down here. We got Alex Collins, Derrick Henry. This could be good ones. Alright. Fourth pick's coming up. lot of options. Doug Baldwin, always reliable. Allen Robinson coming off an injury, new team. Demarius, new quarterback. Tyreek, rookie quarterback. I might get Zach Ertz, to be honest. Carson Wentz loves passing to him. I expect him to be back full health. Not really trying to get Adam Thielen. Don't want to have two Minnesota wide receivers. Alshon Jeffrey, he's expected to start on the pup list. Jarvis Landry, but do I really trust the Browns? Oh, and Ertz is still here. I think I'm going to go with Ertz. Definitely expect to be. I mean, look at that. Juju's down here. Emmanuel, Michael Crabtree, and not too sure about the Ravens. Robert Woods. I expect there's to be some okay wide receivers left over. I think I'm going to go tight end. Get what I feel is the second best one behind a Gronk. So let's take our mans right now. Feeling pretty good about the team so far. A little bit light on wide receiver, but that's okay. Things change. Strong. I got a strong tight end, one of the best. Two strong running backs who are definitely going to be used heavily by their teams. Alright, so picks coming up soon. I've queued a few players that I'm interested in. I like how Alex Collins and Deion Lewis have really, I feel like they've fallen in the draft. And if I could have changed something, I would have actually only drafted one running back. And if I would have known that, these two would have dropped very far. But can't do that. So we got to move on. Josh Gordon, man, if we only knew what was happening with him, he'd definitely be gone by now. Alshon's hurt. I'm liking Juju. He was great last year. Robert Woods was also good, but we're gonna go with Juju. Not really worried about his injury. He should be ready. Really happy with that pick, honestly. Good running back. Wide receiver, too, I mean. Let's see. Josh Gordon's definitely falling, it looks like, by a lot. Got a pretty strong group of players coming up that I'm looking at. Two running backs, two wide receivers, and a tight end. So I need my flex, which can be running back, wide receiver, or tight end. Mark Ingram's he's fallen too with the suspension. Got some Cleveland players, some tight ends. Really like him. Evan Ingram, I really think he will do good. You can draft a tight end late, but he was solid last year. Really liked him. Rex Burkhead, he's an interesting player. Robbie Anderson, really awesome player last year to have. Alright, I'm coming up. But I think Mariota could really like Deion Lewis. Or are the Ravens going to go run heavy again? Honestly, I'm not sure. That, Do I want running back or wide receiver? I mean, my running backs are strong, but I mean, Alex Collins, he was amazing last year with the Ravens. He could really put in work again. They've only strengthened their offensive line. Robert Woods, they brought in Brandon Cooks, so he might not be that used. Emmanuel Sanders, I think we're going to go Alex Collins. Solid running back. And now honestly, I feel like Alex Collins is a running back too. So I have two number one running backs and a number two running back. Feel pretty good about that. Another long wait for my picks. I feel like probably going to be a wide receiver most likely, since I only have two. But I could go tight end if Evan Ingram's still there. Really like him. He was great last year. Getting to the lesser tier players. I mean, Robbie Anderson, he could be a good. Ooh, Marquise Goodwin. He's going to really explode this year with Garoppolo. Sterling Shepard. With Eli. Hopefully, he's got a better line. All right. My picks coming up. Still got Dion Lewis, Robert Woods. Good players. Rex Burkhead, wide receiver and a running back. Technically, my boy Robbie Anderson. Unfortunately, Evan Ingram was taken. That's pretty depressing. But let's see. Or Dion Lewis just taken. That sucks. But let's see. Not really interested in Sammy Watkins. He gets hurt a lot. Carolina offensive line taking a hit. Backup running back. Don't really like them. Too many running backs in Cleveland. I mean, Robert Woods really had a strong connection with his QB last year. I think he's the man. Next pick's coming up. Probably going to go with Robbie Anderson. I mean, I feel like he's going to do what probably just as good as he did last year. Really good speed. He had some off the field issue. Oof, or Marquise Goodwin. Actually, I think I'm going to go with Marquise Goodwin over him. Him and Jimmy G. I mean, the video of him blown by Richard Sherman was amazing. I'm going to take him. Not too worried about quarterbacks yet. Maybe my next pick. Let's go with Marquise Goodwin. Alright. So now I got good wide receiver depth. Let's see. Quarterbacks. Alright. Ooh, still some really good ones. Wow, they have Patrick Mahomes over Jimmy. Not too sure about that. And over Matt Ryan. Wow. Derek Carr's really fallen down. Alright, so we still got a lot of good QBs left. Obviously, I like Russell Wilson. Not well, he's just not really looking to take Andrew Luck until I figure out his arm. Big Ben, obviously. Kirk Cousins looked solid. Always been a good quarterback. Matthew Stafford, Drew Brees. Well, I don't know. Drew Brees he's been handing the ball off a lot. I expect them to do the same. Oh, there goes Robbie Anderson. Not really liking Patrick Mahomes. Phillip Rivers is always a choice. Jimmy, obviously. I expect big things. Matt Ryan, he's always solid. And then, yeah, that's about it. I mean, I could see people starting Eli depending on how well he starts off. Maybe a backup quarterback. Tyrod backup. Mitchell Trubisky. We'll have to see what he's going to do this year. Probably big things, since it'll be his second year. Dak, not really liking at all. Just no wide receivers at all. Marcus Mariota, dual threat, I like it, but not on the same level as the guys I have queued up here. Let's see. Quarterbacks. Do I want to take a quarterback? I could wait. I think I'm going to wait. Let's see. Any good tight ends? A couple. Not really liking them. Wide receivers. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Sterling Shepard. Expect big things, especially with Odell being back. Evan Ingram. A lot of targets coming this guy's way. Alright, so a few of my guys I had queued were just taken. but that's fine. Getting some good wide receiver depth. Might need another running back. It's interesting what's happening with the Redskins. Darius Geis just went down, so not too sure who's going to be the lead back. Where are they? They got Rob Kelly and the third down back, Chris Thompson. He could be some good value since it's PPR. A lot of touches. Patriots first round pick. Again, not too sure what's going to happen with them. Green Bay, not always running the ball. Cleveland, a lot. New team. I think I'm gonna grab my quarterback. I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins. Nah, Ben Roethlisberger. I like Big Ben. I expect him to have another strong year. I mean, he has all the pieces around him. No excuses. Hope Pittsburgh's really going to be pushing for the playoffs, especially the Super Bowl. With Big Ben getting up there in age, they don't have much time left for his career. They got to get over the hump. Even with Le'Veon's contract issue, I just can't help but think that he will be back to play. Alright, with my pick coming up, really no glaring needs at the moment. Now we're just looking for some sleeper players, see if we can get good production. Let's see, Giovanni Bernard. Not too sure. Marquise Lee, Ty Montgomery, not really interested in. Ooh, DJ Moore. Ooh, I could get backup quarterback. I think I'm going to go with Kirk right now, because I know Ben's been having some issues recently. And with no glaring need on my team, really just get some good depth. Really. I mean, my bench is pretty good, honestly. Honestly, I wouldn't mind starting Goodwin in my flex day one. Wouldn't want to start Woods in flex yet. Just want to see what's going to happen with him, with all the people around him. Alright, next pick's coming up. DJ Moore, he's a good option. Great year out of Maryland. Awesome player. Looked pretty strong. First preseason game. Cam really going to look to sling the ball. Mohamed Sanu, he's a known player. Not really liking Paul Richardson. Nelson Aguilar caught on a little bit last year. Marquise Lee, I don't know. Don't really trust Blake. Could go backup tight end. Could get Jack Doyle, Trey Burton, or David Njoku. Oof. He's a pretty big guy. Getting a lot of work in the preseason game. Devontae Booker could possibly start. Jimmy G, don't really need a quarterback. Kind of stuck here. DJ Moore, he could start opposite of Devin Funchess. And if that offensive line picks it up, staying strong, that could be dangerous. Alright, see you guys at the next pick. Alright, with my pick coming up, really looking to get some gems at this point in the draft since I got a lot of starters. I got 2 bench places left, and then my kicker and defense. I always prefer to draft defense and kicker last. See if I can get a gem. I like David Njoku or Trey Burton, honestly. He could click with Mitchell. Devontae, John Ross, no. Danny Amendola, no. Mike Williams, ooh, C.J. Anderson. I like C.J. Anderson, but he's gonna slide a little bit. Charles Clay fell. Tavius Murray fell, man. But I think I'm gonna go with David Njoku, second-year player. I expect him to be really good this year. Tyrod always loves his tight ends. He loved Charles Clay. I expect him to form good chemistry with him. Big tight end, big end zone target. And their wide receiver core is a little bit weak, to be honest, too. I mean, if Josh Gordon doesn't play, then they're going to have Jarvis. And who else, honestly? They traded away the other wide receiver. He'll be getting the ball quite a bit. Alright, with my pick coming up. I got a lot of wide receivers. Could go with James White. Could go with him. I mean, there's a lot of sleepers. Ooh, I just said I wanted C.J. Anderson. What am I saying? I'm going to take him. He'll be the backup to Christian McCaffrey. He's not that big of a dude, and C.J. Anderson's definitely bigger. They could be using him goal lines, or if they just want to pound the ball. McCaffrey's more of a pass-catching running back, although he has been getting bigger, so he will be on the field a lot. But if he gets injured, or if they're really trying to be a ground and pound team, I could definitely see C.J. Anderson getting quite a few touches. He's not a bad catcher either. So I expect him to get a good amount of playing time, especially if McCaffrey gets hurt. Alright, looks like it's just down to a kicker and defense. Justin Tucker, probably the best kicker in the league, and look at that. My pick still on the board. Also like Stephen Gostkowski, very solid kicker. Him and Justin, probably the best. And, the Ravens, they love to kick them field goals. Defenses available, oof, they're pretty weak right now, but most likely going to be playing the defenses week to week. There will always be probably a better matchup available, depending on the week. But I do like Justin Tucker, and I will be taking him. Always solid. Great kicker. All these people on auto pick. My turn will be up soon. Last pick for my defense. Let's see. Saints defense. They definitely improved last year. Titans, I would say they're better than the Saints. Panthers, don't like them too much. Cardinals, I feel like they will be on the field. Defense will be on the field a lot with the offense not being that great. Dallas, not interested in. Packers, no. Bears, sneaky unit right there. Sneaky. Bengals, no. Lions, no. Chiefs, no. Steelers, they could be a sneaky unit too. Giants, sneaky unit. 49ers, also a sneaky unit. But I think I'm going to be going with the Titans. And that will complete my mock draft.